for today. Reveal to me my secret faults. Because we all carry something within ourselves that we try to hide, and listen, we think that we're going to take it to the grave. It might be going to the grave, but it will not pass the Father. Because if it's something that was unclean, something that was, remember when Yahusha, the general, he was taking them into the promised land, and what happened? It said that it was an accursed thing keeping them from being able to win the battle. And it wasn't until that secret thing was revealed unto them that he got it removed that they was able to win the battle. And sometimes we're losing battles because we have secret things keeping us held back in our hearts. Amen. And I just want to give on and praise right now to my bishop, my co-pastor, Mama Lion. Thank you for allowing me to see her come through the door, because guess what? That gave me strength just then. Y'all don't recognize me. I was sitting down there because I felt like, you know what? The way that I feel right now, I don't want to be up here. But Mama, thank you for coming through that door. Amen. Sometimes you gotta be inspired by something, you know? And you just can't, don't listen. Elijah was in the cave at that moment when you came to the door. I heard, go up on the mountain. Amen. I heard in the still small voice, get out of that cave and go up on the mountain. So sometimes we have to recognize when God is moving in our life. Amen. So now I want to say this. Y'all recognize that sin has been around since the beginning of time.
All right.
And something that sin does is it causes shame in our life. It makes us want to hide from even those that we love. Right. Remember that Adam and Eve, they was in the Garden of Eden, right? And they had a one-on-one intimate relationship with the Father, to where he came down in the cool of the day and he would walk through and he would call Adam, and Adam would just come running to him. He didn't even have to call sometimes because he felt his presence. But one day, he came down and Adam didn't come out. He was hiding. He had unclothed himself in something that God hadn't given. See, at first he was clothed in God's beauty. His grace, his mercy. He was clothed in the righteousness of God. But at the moment when they ate the fruit, something changed in them. And they began to see things differently. It wasn't that now listen, I want to say this, they didn't see things clearly. It got foggy to them. Because what happened now was evil was recognized within their life. And so with them being able to recognize good and evil, it caused them not to see clearly anymore, because guess what? I'm pretty sure they could see clear straight to heaven. And when they called the Father, he answered. When he gave them the authority to name the animals, he knew what to name them. He knew what to call the trees. He knew what to call the earth. He knew what to call everything. But the moment that he ate that fruit, all that knowledge, all that wisdom, all that understanding left. I want to show y'all why, and I want to tell y'all how. It's because sin causes disconnectivity. Now I want to teach y'all something real quick. When something is tethered, that means that it has access to go back and forth. When you tether a line, this is kind of like, where you going with it? Take your cell phone, for instance. It's tethered when you plug it up into the source. That's right. It's charging, right? You can even take it and tether it to what? A computer and download information. Guess what? That's what God is trying to do with you. He's trying to download into you. But when sin enters in, it causes a disconnectivity. And therefore, you're no longer tethered, because there is secret faults or secret sin that's hiding within you. And so therefore, it's causing you to be hidden from him. See, he said his eyes are attentive to what? The righteous. His ears are attentive to their cry. But he said his face is turned from the wicked. Those that live in sin, those that walk in lawlessness, those that doesn't recognize who he is or know who he is and just still choose to live wrong. He said to him that knoweth to do good and do it not, to him it is sin.
All right,
so if you know to do good but you still choose not to do it, then there's a disconnectivity between you and the source. The source is him that gives you all your resources. Remember this, seek ye the kingdom of what? Heaven. And its righteousness, and all other things shall be added. But If you're not seeking him properly, if you're not going after him, then guess what? There's a disconnectivity. And if there's a disconnectivity, that means that if you're not connected, then when he warns for destruction, you won't be given the invite. Amen. That means when he calls you, you won't hear him. That means when he says hearken, that means that you need to drop everything. A hearken means to pay attention. All right. Sometimes we were talking last time about if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, and look, he put an if in front of that, meaning that you have a choice to make. Serve ye, choose this day whom ye will what? Serve. Will it be the gods on this side, or will it be the one true living heir of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? And so therefore, when our secret thoughts are beginning to be hidden, even from us, do y'all realize a secret is something that is hidden or something that is concealed? Ain't it bad when you don't hid something so deep down in you forgot about it, but that sin is what's weighing you down? That sin is what's keeping you from getting closer to the Father? And then you wonder, why me? Why am I going through this? Why am I, every time I feel like I'm about to get ahead, I end up right back behind? Now, some things is the will of the Father, but some things is caused by your own sin. All right. Sin means, in Hebrew, to miss the mark. We're supposed to be like archers trying to hit the target. The target is the Father. The target is to get closer to him. Our aim is to what? Walk the straight and what? Narrow path. Right. You don't shoot an arrow and it zigzags. It goes what? Straight. But if you don't know how to properly aim at the target, then it's going to do what? Veer off to the right or veer off to the left. Right. He told her to turn out to the right. Oh, sorry, going left to the left, to the right. You need to stay on the straight and narrow. Because on the straight and narrow is where you will find righteousness. And he said, for my name's sake. But yet, we don't realize that there is nothing hidden from the Father. All right. Amen? Amen. Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For instance, Luke chapter 8, verse 17. Luke chapter 8, verse 17 says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made what? Manifest. It's going to be shown. He said, neither anything what? Hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So regardless of where we think we're going with this, regardless of how much we think we're hiding it, it's still known to who? The Father. Luke 12 and 2 also says, Luke 12 and 2. It says, for there is nothing covered. You can't cover it up. Not from the Father. His eyes see all and know all. He said, there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. Neither hid that shall not be made known. And now, when he was discussing this with the disciples, he was telling them, look, beware the leaven of the Pharisees. He said, because the little leaven does what? Leaven the whole lump. So if you allow just a little bit of sin into your goodness, guess what it does? It tarnishes your reputation. Check this out. Remember when David was sitting on top of his house? He came out, he was supposed to be in that war, but he saw a woman on top of looking through her window, and she was bathing. It did something to him, didn't it? It enticed him. His desire, his lust. Now y'all know David was a man after God's own heart, but he had a heart after women too, didn't he? Let's just keep it real. He did. And I can concur because I was a man just like that. The eyes. But see, at that moment, he should have been doing what? He should have been trying to pluck that eye. He should have been trying to pluck that eye because that eye was causing him to do what? Sin. Because the moment that he saw her, he began to entice himself and say, go and get that woman, sin was already there. Sin had already entered in because his thought process had already given it over to him. See, when he was on top of that roof, y'all know what happened, right? It said an idle mind is what? The devil's playground. His mind was idle. He should have been at war with his men. But yet he found himself in a provocative situation. And then he put her in a provocative situation because she knew they were married. She knew she was married. Now, y'all remember the time when they brought the man to Jesus, and he said to him, we found this woman in adultery. And he said, he that was at sin cast the first stone. Now see, it said first that they sought to tempt him. Remember? They were trying to catch Jesus up. But just like David had got caught in there, and when Nathan came and brought it to his attention that this is what he did, he made his own judgment on himself, right? But see, in the law, it states that if a man and a woman is found in adultery, then both ought to be stoned. See, if those people would have stoned a woman without the man, then they would have been found in sin. See, we look at that scripture and we start spiritualizing and making everything, but go back to the law. Go back to the Torah and look at why Jesus said what he said. So when we look and we begin to recognize and we see all secret faults, we have to admit to ourselves first. And how do we do that? By examining ourselves what? Daily. Not only that, Paul said that he dies daily to himself, that he may be renewed in the spirit. We are renewed what? Day by day. So that means if we're renewed day by day, that means every time we go in his word, that it should be a refreshing to us. He told children of Israel, he said, look, when you get up in the morning, he said, when you walk by the wayside, he said, when you go in and get your lunch, when you sit down for dinner, whenever you go to sleep, this word is to be rehearsed. Amen. He said, guard it. Yeah. Guard it like a treasure. Where your heart is, there will your treasure be also. So if we would guard it, if we would keep it, then guess what? Sin wouldn't be able to enter in. All right. It wouldn't be able to cause that yeast to be destroyed. See, remember, we're supposed to be an unleavened bread. A bread that doesn't rise, but yet when it bakes, it's still a morsel for us to be able to eat and dine on. But yet, when we allow sin to enter in. Now, I remember this young man, he called me. He was drunk, he would, call me, and he just wanted advice. And y'all know what I did? I didn't say a word, I just let him talk. And guess what he did? He gave himself his own counsel. Because sometimes people just want to hear you. Be quick to what? Hear. Slow to speak, slow to wrath. Sometimes you have to know when the Father is using you to just be an ear for somebody. Right? Sometimes we jump up and we want to give all the answers. He said, I don't need you to give an answer. I just need you to listen. And then bring it to me. And then if there's an answer, I'll give it to you. But see, a lot of times we want to be the Savior. We're not nobody's Savior. He's the Savior. And that's what we have to realize, that we're only part of the intercession. He's the intercessor. Amen. Look at, and here go a letter from a guy that wrote to me. He said, dear minister, how are you? I am a man of God, or a fellow servant like you. I would like you to pray for me, for I have sinned against God. First I lusted after another man's wife, and then I sought after her. And after reaching her and getting her attention, I committed adultery with her. Because I am also a married man with a wife and children, I am pretty wealthy and have control of many things. And though I had all this, I still chose to fall into the sin of adultery. Please pray for me, because I also got this woman pregnant. Oh Lord, minister, I have got myself into something I can't just leave alone, because too many people depend on me. So, in a panic, I had the woman's husband murdered, because I did not know what else to do. Oh my Lord, minister, please keep me in prayer. For I have lost my way in sin against God. Please keep me in your prayers. Sincerely, King David. King David. If David had this much of an issue, and he had to seek the Father, he had to go to the Father and recognize his secret fault. Who are you? Who am I? We must go to the Father. We must recognize when we have that secret sin within us, when we recognize what we're doing now. It wasn't until it was brought to his attention, was it, that he began to repent. And sometimes it has to be brought to our attention that we may fall on our face and repent. Get it together. Get it together. We have to turn from our own ways, that we may walk according to his own. Amen? Amen. Come on, let y'all follow me to Samuel. 2 Samuel. Let's read over that encounter with Bathsheba and David. Bathsheba and David, because we know eventually that they had a child together, which was Solomon. Okay? But the first child, he couldn't allow to live. He couldn't allow to live. And so therefore, he took the baby's life. Amen? So now, we see in 2 Kings, 2 Kings chapter 11. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel chapter 11. Alright, so it starts in verse 1. It says, and it came to pass after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab his servant with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. See, that was his first mistake, because he was supposed to have been out at war with his men, though he chose to stay behind. And sometimes we know what we're supposed to be in place somewhere else where the Father has told us to be, and yet we stay behind and we tarry and we do things the way we want to do it. And then guess what? We fall into the trap. We fall into a trap because there's something, if he's planning on having you somewhere else, guess what? It was to be at a place at a certain time to probably help somebody. And see, it was probably, even though they were winning, it was probably a victory to be won somewhere else while the king was there. But yet, he chose to stay back and tarry. Now look at verse 2. And it came to pass in an eventide that David arose from his bed and walked upon the roof. And of the king's house. And from the roof he saw the woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. Remember, he should have plucked his eye right there. He should have went and sought the Father and asked him to help him with overcoming his desire, to help him with overcoming that lust that was building up within him. Because remember now, these are works of the flesh. Remember? Works of the flesh, fornication, lust, envy, villainous, adultery. And see, if you look at it, they begin to build off each other, didn't they? First he saw and he lusted. And then he inquired. And after he inquired, he was enticed. Now he was enticed, well, it went on and went on. And then until finally it led to adultery. And then it moves from there, because then it went from adultery to murder. Then it went from murder to lying. Then it went from lying to just pride. And I'm going to show y'all how all these build up. Because like I said, it went from adultery to murder to lying to pride. And all of us possess these traits. So there's no way that you can feel within yourself that, this doesn't apply to me. It applies to everyone in this room. No matter how high or low that you sit. All of us have traits, just like David had. The trait to think one way. I have to ask the Father all the time, Father, forgive me for the way I thought. I have an issue still with my eyes. Father, forgive me. When I walk a woman, I have to walk around like this. I about need a seeing eye dog because of the way women walk around now. It's true. I'm a man. That type of thing entices me. And I have to be strengthened in the word in order to walk that path without falling into the temptation. Same thing when people call me. People call me and they've been drinking. And I mean, but I understand their pain. I understand why they're drinking is because they're going through something and they think that that's what's going to help them. But then when they call and they get a word, guess what they got? Say, you know what, man, since I talked to you, I ain't had no drink. I just been reading out the word. Praise God. And he said it been helping me. Oh, y'all thought when I did that message the other week that I wasn't playing about going to get 4? If he took 2 of mine, I went out and I began to speak at my job. That's where I'm at most of the time, so I may well minister there. All right. So I began to deal with this person, deal with that person. Then God also had people calling me from my past. So I began to minister to them. Praise God. And y'all, none of them might not even be sitting here this day. But guess what they doing? They said, man, I begin to read my Bible again.
Praise God.
One of them said, I didn't have a Bible. And I told him, hey, I got Bibles if you need one. But he found one. But the thing is, when you begin to give it to them, begin to feed them and baby stuff, guess what? They'll begin to eat it. I don't care now. A baby might not like that food at the moment, but let them sit there long enough and get hungry. That's what happens when you hit rock bottom. When you hit rock bottom and that sin is finally drives you all the way out and you don't will it up, you're going to need something to be a refresher for you. You're going to need something that can lift you up out of that dry grind. And so therefore his word is a refresher. And regardless, listen, like I said, regardless of whether they show up here or whether they read the Bible. Now, once they begin to read and they begin to get closer now, it's on them to begin to develop. And as they develop now, if they come to me, I will continue to minister. Now, if they begin to come to sit in a church or find a church, then that's even better. Because now they're seeking. Y'all know sometimes when we say, if I seek, he said, if you seek, you shall find. Sometimes we need to seek him about our secret fault. Sometimes we need to ask him what I can do better to get out of the rut that I'm in. Sometimes we need to know that the door going to be open to a seed that we don't sow. See, we always look at it as a wanting something, a blessing or something. But we have to look at it as, Father, reveal to me the areas of my life that I can get better in that can help you. See, a lot of times we get so selfish, we're more concerned on helping ourselves. Now, we say it's for the Father, but there's always hidden agendas in the thing. We have hidden agendas where we get people to do stuff and then get them to help us out. And then once we get what we need out of it, then we leave them hanging. Those are secret faults. And we all have to get better at not allowing ourselves to get enticed and grossly put away. Y'all know Paul said, I doubted myself there, but he also said, I will not frustrate the grace of God. I will not set it to the side just so that I can have a bit of pleasure for myself. And sometimes we do that just so let me just get a little touch of a little taste of it. Do you realize that if an addict go out and get another taste of heroin after they done been clean, that they're going to go right back to what they were doing? Why? It's because of a chemical impulse in their brain. And it's the same way with sin. Go back out there and touch something that was nasty. You're going to get unclean again. You're going to get unclean again. Remember, purify what? Your heart is your mind. Cleanse ye sinners. He was talking to the church. He wasn't talking to a sinner. He was talking to those inside of the church. When he said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, you doing things like the sea, the waves in the sea, waving to and fro. You don't know what you want to do. Got to get it together. And so therefore we have to seek him. We have to ask him to help me. Help me.
Oh my God.
Help me so that I can help others.
All right.
How can I go out and help others if I ain't got it together?
All right.
How can I be a blessing to somebody else when I'm a curse to myself?
Oh my God.
We'll never see it like that. We always see it as I want to be the blessing or the blesser, but never see ourselves as the curse. That causing others to be put in a situation. Remember, when sin is abound, grace is much more abound. But guess what? When sin is around, it causes a ripple effect. And it begins to touch others that's around you. Proof is, David. The baby didn't do nothing. But it had to have his life taken so that everything could be made right. Even though the father gave him another son, that baby still had to lose his life. And sometimes we don't recognize why things in our life has to die. It's so that new life can come forth. But the old things have to what? Pass away. Amen. Especially if you've been made a new creature, you have to recognize. You have to recognize. Let's read on. So look, and David sent and inquired. He inquired after the woman. And one said, now he was giving this, look at this. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, and the wife of Uriah the Hittite? So now, I'm pretty sure David knew who this was because Uriah was one of his mighty men. Go and read Chronicles, chapter 20. They talk about David's mighty men, and Uriah was one of them. And so when they begin to name this off, it tells you right there that when he inquired, somebody gave notice that, hey, this is so-and-so. This is somebody's wife. Why is the king sending for her? And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he what? Lay with her. And she was purified from her uncleanness. So you remember when he saw her bathing on top of when he saw her bathing? She was being purified from her uncleanness. That goes back into Leviticus chapter 15, verse 19. If a woman is bleeding from her flower or from her, time of the month, then no man is to touch her. And she's considered unclean until it passes. And then she got 7 days for that whole, but it says right here that she was purified for that. So therefore, if she was purified, that means that she was not in her menstrual, and therefore she was able to do what? Get pregnant. So look at here. It said, and she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And the woman did what? Conceived and sent and told David. So remember now, some time had to pass for her to recognize that she conceived. So don't read this as if everything just happening in a 10-minute span. That he slept with her, that she went home. No, give it some time. Let it marinate. Look what happened here. So when the woman went home, she was pondering on the thing, probably, oh my goodness, I slept with the king. Oh my goodness, you got to think about this thing from our mindset, the way that we see things. If it's somebody that you had eyes on for a long time. Because see, she had to have a perspective too in this. It wasn't just from David's perspective, because even though now, don't get me wrong, he was the king, she could have turned it down. And then he could have raped her, but she kind of willingly consented to this. She gave it up. And so therefore, she plays a part in this as well. So now look at that. So the woman conceived, and she sent and told David and said, I am with child. Now I got to figure out how to get out of this. How can I get out of this? What can I do? You know what? I'm going to have her husband come home and let him lie with her. And then when I send him back to war, when she come back, she can say that she was pregnant for him. See, he came up with a plot. So therefore now a lie is in motion. Amen? Amen. So now a lie is in motion. So look at this. Look at how it's unwinding. And that's what happens when sin enters in. Things begin to unwind in your life. Well, like remember I was talking about that connection? It should be tightly connected. And David sent to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how war prospered. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house. Now look at it, he's trying to get him to go home. Go down to thy house, wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. So he sent food to his house. He was trying to get him to unwind and get with his wife. Okay? But Uriah slept at the door of the king, so he threw him off right there. Hold on, this boy sleeping outside the door. I sent him home so he could get with his wife. And yet he don't want to sleep outside my door. That's loyalty, right? That means that he was loyal at heart. But all deep down in them secret faults, them secret sins of David, well, there was loyalty. David had disloyalty as the king, didn't he? The king was plotting to kill this man that had so much loyalty to him that he wasn't willing to go home with his wife. Why was that? Let's look and see why he went. So, at the door of the king's house, with all the servants of the Lord, and went not down to the house. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down to the house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didn't thou not go down unto thy house? And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open field. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and drink and to lie with my wife, as thou livest and as thou soul liveth, I will not do this thing. He was living for the king. That's what his loyalty was. That he just believed that much that I'm not going to go and do this thing because I got to go back to war because all your people are there. And I live and I die for the king. But yet he didn't recognize that he was going to die. But it just was for the wrong thing. And see, a lot of times we put people in the wrong, we steer people on the wrong path. I'll tell my wife, listen, a lot of times when you wonder why your work don't seem like they're getting done and why it seems like it's because you got a negative account and you have to work your way forward. Because how many people did you lead astray when you were drinking? How many people did you lead away when you were drinking? You see what I'm saying? How many people did you lead astray when you were sexing and drugging and doing all that different type of stuff? And even after you came into the church and said, I'm a Christian, I'm saved, and you were still doing things you ain't have no business, but you presenting Christ to people, telling them that, oh, I love them, but yet they see you doing things that is separated from you. Leading people astray because now they think, oh, it's okay to come into the church. They think that, oh, I can smoke, I can have sex in the bathroom, but God's going to forgive me because of grace. He had grace in Torah. Grace was there, but he had a set of laws that followed. You see what I'm saying? See, we get this all confused with the law and with grace. The law was still in the old just as well as the renewed. He said, by the Spirit you're subject to the law, and that's why you're obedient to the law. And so therefore, when we recognize our sin, we have to repent, and in repentance, guess how we become purified? By being obedient. Remember, Yahushua was obedient by what? Going to the cross. The obedience of him going to the cross, going to the tree and being hung, that his blood may be what? Shed for us. Therefore, no secret faults was found in him. No guile was found in his mind. It said that he was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and not one word came out of his mouth. Yet every time we got things going on and we know that there's things keeping us back, guess what we do? We complain, we murmur, we dispute, and we go against the grain, and then guess what it do? It make your life even harder. Because the moment that it took you to complain, you could have had the job done. The moment that you were disputing, guess what? You could have gained some knowledge from somebody that maybe knew something a little more than what you did. But a lot of times we like to dispute things, knowing that we not fully have understanding on the subject or the matter, but yet we stand in a place where we don't have full understanding, and yet we think we can tell somebody something. When it comes to this word, if you don't know the whole line upon line, precept upon precept, don't get up there and just start saying it and everything. You got people that want to be just in the place, standing up here just so they can speak and be seen. And that's a secret fault. That's an area of your life that needs to be corrected. Because it said that greater condemnation be unto that man that considers himself a teacher. And see, so many times we try to jump up and do things that we ain't got no business doing. And David was doing just that. He was doing something he ain't had no business doing. It was against everything that he knew in his heart was right. But see, he had got carried away. And a lot of times, y'all know we get carried away. I remember with my addiction, I would say, well, I'll just do it this one more time. And then that one more time turned into 2 more times. And then 2 more times it turned into I'll be all right. Until I realized that I wasn't all right. I wasn't all right. Why? Because now I'm stealing just to get what I want. I'm possibly killing just to get what I want. I'm sexing just to get what I want, selling my body, doing whatever I can just to get what I want, what I desire. And yet that wasn't the will of the Father. Why? Because you have been brought with what? A price. Your body is the temple of the living God. And therefore we're supposed to submit it unto him as a living sacrifice. He said this is what? Your reasonable service. So when we give our life, when we say that I'm going to live for the Father, then that means that all your plans, all your details, all that is cast to the side. And he is the one that gives the plan. He's the one that gives the idea. Might have an idea, but to the Father, it might not be that good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I had plenty of plans, but they got cast to the side.
All right, man.
And see, right here, where David's at in his life, probably a young scrappy man still, probably just, because, he done came up in the army, now he's king. He done fought his way up to the top, Saul coming after him, he trusted God. And remember all the time he would trust God to deliver him from Saul, and yet he turned around and do this as the king. So look at that. So then he turned around, and verse 12, he said, and David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and tomorrow. So he was trying to get him to hang around, Mom. Just hang around just a little bit longer. He was figuring by then, okay, his wife gonna be on got him by then. But he wouldn't leave that gate. He wouldn't leave that door. Uriah said, I'm ready to go back to battle. And see, sometimes we got people that is ready to go to battle, that's loyal. And we have to keep that in mind, because me as a leader, if I'm constantly trying to push you out and do things that isn't right, then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna hurt me, not you, because the Father's gonna deal with me. Remember, Uriah was in the safe zone. Even though he was in the grave, he was in the safe zone, but he did nothing wrong. He was loyal. It was David that had to be dealt with. Nathan came and pointed that bony finger in his face and said, you are that man. Y'all remember? Y'all remember what happened?
Yeah.
So now we know he lied. Now he commits murder. He commits murder by going forward, writing a letter. I'm going to skip that. He wrote a letter, right? Telling Joab, send him into the worst part of the battle. Send him into the worst part of the battle. Skip down to verse 15. Well, maybe we'll read 14 and verse 15. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle. Send him where all the mighty men at. Send him where all the valiant warriors at. And retire ye from him that he may be smitten and die. So now this is handwritten proof that this man wanted Uriah to die. He put it right there in the letter. And y'all know sometimes we send texts, right? That's your letters now. Sometimes we send texts that, guess what? You might erase it out of your phone, but the Father kept it written up there. See, y'all realize that those are thoughts. Facebook, those are thoughts. All that social media stuff, that is thoughts placed out there. And even though you could go in and erase it, guess what? It's still a way to pull it back up. And if you know somebody good enough with technology, they can pull everything back up. Right, go to Verizon if you got Verizon and say you erase an email there. Say, okay, we'll pull it up for you.
All right.
They got people that can pull that stuff back up.
All right.
Now David may have thought he got away with it right there, because y'all know what Joab did. Joab was loyal too. Joab was loyal too. You know what he did? Because he was like, hold on, he want me to have this man killed. Oh, well, okay, he's the king. Better him than me. Y'all know how we see this thing. Oh, better him than me. Let me do what the king said do, but then off with my head, maybe. I'm a missionary better, yo. They said I want to know that more. Shoot, better him than me. I know for a fact. I remember when I was in the gang, the dude I went to jail, and he was like, shoot, I ain't saying nothing. If he don't say anything, I ain't saying nothing. I thought I was being loyal, but I was being foolish. Because I went down for a crime that I didn't commit, that he committed. And yet, when I thought he was going to step up and be the bigger man, when I got out, oh, dog, man, you know how we do. Nah, I don't know how we do. I thought we were cool. I was down there for a long time, and I had no good food. And people, I had to walk my back while I'm trying to sleep. They're talking about what that is on your arm. I had all types of gang tattoos and stuff. I was like, boy, I might not make it out of here. I went down there 2 weeks, but it was longer than that to me. And Bud didn't speak up either. I was like, my goodness. Exactly. I I'm here today able to speak. Amen. Ain't nothing I was proud of neither. It was all something foolish, but yet he saw fit to allow me to be here today. Amen. So now look at here. And it came to pass when Joab observed the city that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servants of David, and Uriah the Hittite died also. So now he sends back the message to David. Okay, it's done. Okay? He sent the message back, it's done. So, okay, time goes by. Right? As time goes by, David, he feeling good about himself. Because y'all know what happened? The baby, he had him a new woman because he let her get by a little mourning period, right? And after her mourning period, what did it say he did? Go to verse 27. It say, and when the mourning was past, he was waiting on this, y'all. When the mourning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became what? His wife. And bare him a son. But the thing that David did, what? Had done displeased. It displeased him. This man after my own heart. This is a man that I chose. When Samuel thought that it should have been this son, that's who I chose. Because his heart was pure. But yet now it's defiled because he decides to do this. So now look, verse 12, chapter 12. Let's roll on over. It said, and the Lord sent Nathan, sent the prophet, unto David, and he came unto them and said unto them, there were two men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. See, we're giving them a parable. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb, which he had brought and nourished up. So y'all know the ewe lamb is Bathsheba. And we know that the poor man is the Hittite that died. But then we know the rich man is David. He already got everything at his fingertips. He already got, what, 3 wives, maybe more? He do. He got Michal. He got the lady that he found by the side when he was finding a Menadab. He got the other wife. And ain't no telling who else he got. But yet, now he want to take another man's wife. But she got her now. But it said, he had nothing save one little ewe lamb, which he had brought up and nourished up, and it grew up together with him. And with his children, it did eat of his own meat and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, it was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David was in anger. He was greatly kindled against the man. And he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die. Now, like I said, that was in the law that the man and the woman was to die. But look at here. He giving judgment on himself. Now he don't even recognize pride has stepped in. Pride blinds you from recognizing your own sin. You see that? Pride blinded him from recognizing his own sin. He couldn't even get the parable. So verse 6 says, he shall restore the lamb fourfold because he did this thing and because he had no pity. Now, right there, he was giving his own judgment. What would happen? And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. He pointed at the bony finger. He said, thou art the man. You done this. There was nothing right about what you done, and you know it. And look at here. It said, the Lord of Israel said, I anointed thee king over Israel and delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. So he rehearsed it to him the thing that you were praying to me about, I done for you. And yet when you were enticed, you couldn't back down. Yet when it was right there at your face, you couldn't turn away from it. So now my face is always against what? The wicked. My ears are tending to the right. Now, it's time for you to repent. Now, y'all know what happened. When we repent and we turn, guess what? He said, I'm married to the backslider. Them that mess up, I got him. But now, all those works that you did, that you started out with, they got to start over. Go back and start your first works over. He said, because it all is burnt like stubble when it went through the fire. Now, you might have came out with a saved soul and refined, but that work, it was done. So therefore, now David had to start over. No matter how long we've been doing it, we got to start over and get it right. Look at him. He said, and I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives unto thy bosom, and and gave thee the house of Israel and Judah, and if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. I would have gave you all. All you had to do is continue to seek ye the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and everything else would have been added to you. But you want to take this one thing that wasn't yours. And a lot of times that's what we want to do. We want to touch something that ain't on.
All right now.
So I would have gave to you. I would have continued to bless you from on high. But yet, you chose to walk in wickedness. I was there with you when you were singing, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Y'all know, when he was walking up on Goliath and picked up the 5 smooth stones, he was probably saying Psalm 23 then. Yeah, you know I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I shall fear no evil.
That's the word.
It said when David took that thing in the sling and threw it, the power of the Father struck the giant. And he fell to the ground. And listen now, if you do a description of Goliath's sword, the sword was half the size of David. But yet he was able to pick it up by the strength of the Ruach, the spirit, and chop off his own head. Chop off his head with his own sword. So look at now the turn that he had taken from that moment when he will find Goliath to this moment here where he displeased God. So see, we had to stay in the right lane. We had to stay in the right lane. Because look what he said. Wherefore thou despise the commandment of the Lord. Remember, if you love me, do what? Keep my commandment. To do evil in his sight. Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the sword shall never do what? Depart from thine house. Because thou hast despised me. Listen, it said that he despised the Father. When we go and sin, it's like we despise him. It's like we despise anything that he had given us, anything that he had placed before us. It's like we despise him. So therefore, we have to recognize in our lives the areas that we need to clean up. We have to set our house in order. And then he turned around and said, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son. For thou did, listen to this, for thou did it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel and before the son. Y'all notice when you do something secret, when it's revealed and it's manifest, everybody see it happen. And that's embarrassing, ain't it? He said that's what I need to get you in check. Sometimes your shame has to be revealed in order for you to stay in line. So therefore we have to get it right. We have to recognize the sin in our life. I have secret sin that I know that I have to go to the Father about. And just like that secret sin that's in my life is in each and every one of our lives. And we have to do what? Stay before the Father. If we stay before him, guess what? He said that he will cleanse us. He will make us whiter than snow. He will wash us with his sin. Even though our sins are what? Red and scarlet, he'll make us whiter than snow. So we have to stay before him. We have to trust him. Now, look right here. So in verse 13, and David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. He recognized the error of his ways. He had to do what first? Humble himself. After he humbled himself, then he did what? Pray. He said, he sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord also hath put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die. You won't die. Howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of Yahuwah to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall do what? Surely die. And though the child had to die, guess what they did? They said they fasted for a whole week on behalf of that child, did he not? And when the men went to go to release him or let him out or went to get him, it said that they were kind of scared one day because they thought he was going to react a certain way. But he found grace in the Father's eyes. And he said, you know what? It was one last attempt just to see if he would have mercy on the child. But I'm still going to praise the Lord. I'm still going to give him honor. I'm still going to give him glory, and I'm going to give him praise. Look what it is? Okay. Right here in Psalm 139. Because this is something that I read in order when I feel like there's areas of my life that need to be discerned. Psalm 139. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Yahweh, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and set thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up to heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the other parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. But thou hast possessed my reign. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that thy soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being imperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God. How great is the sum of them. If I should count them, that they are more in number than the sand, when I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them with mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting.
Praise God.
That's a song that will help you examine yourself. Because there are areas that we have that we need to know, or we need to be, as we tell the kids, you better chin check yourself. And when we're saying that, means you're going to get knocked out. And the Father will knock you out. He will knock you out of possession of things that He is giving you. He will knock you out of your position. He will knock you out of this life if need be. He'll take your legs away from you, take your arms away from you, take your sight away from you. Whatever it is to get your attention that you may recognize that area of sin. So I'm here to tell you today, recognize your own sin. And stop trying to listen, because a lot of times we point out what other people doing. Other mothers and other fathers and other sisters worry about what they're doing with their children and don't even got our children in line. Let's begin to walk according to the path that the Father has made for us and stop being led astray by our own desire. Amen? Amen. Amen. I love you. Yahweh love you. Don't forget to say, thank you, Yahweh. Bishop in the house.